She's confident.
Hello, this is Barely Alive.
Hi.
And here we are to teach you about how to make the one of the sounds in this song. It's a lot of people have been asking how we made it, so we feel like it'd be best to kind of give some help to you guys.
And it's ridiculously easy to make.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty simple sound. It's we use Massive for it, and it can do it all basically within one patch. So there's not really that much going on. So anyways, here's the sound. It's this one here. It's just kind of like a high-pitched noise.
It's really simple.
And here I've remade the patch in Massive, so you can hear what it sounds like. So it's pretty simple.
It's super simple.
As you can see, it's just two oscillators. We've got the main oscillator is just a sine wave, and the key to the sound is the phase modulation here in the bottom left. So that's what gives it the kind of screechy overtone. So what you want to do is set your phase oscillator to number 1 here. You want to set the pitch of the mod osc to 64. Wait, actually, why don't I start this from scratch? Probably a good idea. Okay, so here I have default patch. Nope, not
That's
that
not
one.
the default
There we go.
patch.
Yep. Here we go. Okay, so this makes more sense. So you want to start off by, turn your envelope. Select sine, the first one. Then you go down here, turn this to halfway. Turn the pitch all the way up to 64. And that's the basic sound. And the thing that gives it the movement is the LFO on the amp over here. So what you want to do is select LFO 5, apply it to the amp. You can adjust the phase a little bit so it's more centered. You want to sync it to 8th notes here.
Or whatever you want to do.
Or whatever you want to do. It can be like, yeah, what we use 8th notes. That's the basic sound. I think it's good to add a little bit of a extra sub to it. So I usually go to OS2, make it a sine square wavetable, turn up the wavetable just a little bit, and then turn up the amp a little bit. And it adds a little more low mid-range to it. Another good thing to do is add a little bright noise, so it makes it a little brighter.
Really?
Yes.
Bright noise makes it brighter?
Yep, usually. Typically. So then the last thing you want to do is add some dimension expander. And this is something we do on almost every Massive patch, is just take the dimension expander, set the dry wet to about half, a little less than half, and turn the size all the way down. And it's pretty subtle, but it just gives it a nice sound. It makes it also stereo wide in the stereo field. So it's just something good to do. And if you want to get an even nicer sound, I would recommend using the Parabolic Shaper. So if you go down to Insert 2, you want to hit Parabolic Shaper, turn up the dry wet, and then just turn up the drive until you get a nice kind of gritty sound out of it.
Yeah, the rule of thumb for distortion on stuff like that is you want to turn it up until you can hear the distortion really, really prevalently, then you turn it down a little bit. So it's more of like a presence thing rather than an actual like effect that you put on it.
Right.
Also for this sound, you do not have to make this in Massive at all. It's really, really easy to make in pretty much any frequency modulation VST. Because essentially what it's doing is it's modulating a sine wave by a high-pitched sine wave. It's really, really simple. Anything that has amplitude modulation after that, you can get this sound pretty easily. So we just do it in Massive because it was really easy to do it in Massive. You can do it in FM8 really easily, probably Operator as well, no problem.
Yeah, FM8 is good because it has really nice envelopes. But yeah, you could use pretty much any FM synth. I haven't tried operator, but you could definitely do it with that.
Yeah, anything where you can modulate a sine wave by a sine wave.
Yeah.
This pizza's good.
Yes, this pizza is very good. Shout out to Four Brothers Pizza for supplying us with this excellent meal.
Actually, just shout out to pizza in general.
Shout out to Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Shout out to Five Guys.
Yeah. We might. I think we might post up this patch. Maybe.
Yeah, if you guys
want to download it. So
it's really easy to make, but if you guys want it, we can definitely do it too.
We're gonna put it up on SendSpace or something and put it in the video description. So if you want to just take a look at it and build off it. Yeah, we just hope you guys learned something from this.
Yes.
I hope one thing you take away from this is that sound design is not really. It can be very simple at times.
Yeah, the best sounds are not necessarily the most complicated ones.
Yes.
A lot of our sounds are very, very simple to make. Some of them aren't, but a lot of them are very simple to make.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Barely Alive out.
Cool.
Bye. Like our Facebook.